2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The kicker, Jake Bates, has this one on the tee. He'll run up and send this one away here at Ford Field. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, Lawrence. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now Lawrence to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They go play action with Lawrence. They'll roll him out right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Here's 3rd and 3. Here's a give to Bigsby. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Play action. It's Lawrence. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll get this off to ETN. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And, he takes a shot at the end of that play. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Lawrence. And one more time, here's Kirk. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
2nd down and 3, ball on the 7. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10. Right at the 30. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Gone.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They go play action now. Lawrence.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Now Lawrence.
This is caught. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Etienne is going backwards. He's going to be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Flush to his right. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Evan Ingram from 4 yards out. And the Jags will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it. Down by
everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Picked up by Antonio Johnson.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
A short throw to Ingram. Oh, look at the juke. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now Lawrence. Flushed out right. To the right side and complete to Thomas. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. From the 23, this is 2nd and 3.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Here's Lawrence.
Being chased out left. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
Lawrence on the sneak.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown.
Trevor Lawrence.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Jaguars would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Now the try here for the point after. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. And yet again, Goff is intercepted.
Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick six, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
And it's going to be caught. Not sure why they went for 2, but they do get it. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Down the sideline he goes.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Here's Goff.
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run with Montgomery. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They try again with Montgomery. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
3rd and goal. Try to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Montgomery is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. So that, Charles, their first score of the ballgame, obviously, coming here in the 3rd quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer, but it's finally something for them to build on. Now they know that they can actually score against that defense.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Lawrence will throw. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Lions will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Now 2nd and 3. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now Goff. The 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Out of the gun, Goff. And it's caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Tim Patrick from 19 yards away. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw a football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 36 yards on the play. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Back to throw again. And Thomas has it. Oh, and now some space to operate. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18.
Lawrence going to throw again.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll look to throw again. Touchdown! Evan Ingram, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Jaguars have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And his throw here is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Touchdown, Detroit!
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
49 yards.
And the Lions get a bit closer. Goff and that Lions offense staying on the field. They'll try for 2.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Lions now are going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. Now Lawrence to throw.
He's going to try and go deep again.
That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Fourth down. Here's Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Goff now looks to throw.
That's caught. It's Sam Laporta.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. From the 22, Lawrence. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Thomas.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game.
What a performance